Great. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's a new moon, that's for sure. So, new moons, they're a little wild, a little edgy. Everybody gets kind of stirred up, irritated, hypersensitive, prone to arguments and misunderstanding. And nature itself is kind of swirling in her big purification time. That's why the new moon is so intense. It's very, very high divine energy flowing. Which means that for us, it's a lot of healing going on, which means a lot of purification. So a lot of stuff gets stirred up in us that really needs to come out of our systems. Things that's just old negativity, karmas, whatever. Which means it's a little bumpy and rocky, like things happen that seem like mistakes or catastrophes or a lot of misunderstandings result on the new moon time. It's why it's usually the idea is don't sign any binding contracts. Don't do any kind of legal transactions. Like, just avoid that on the 3 days of the new moon because it might not turn out well in the long run. So you just want to sort of avoid that kind of thing. So the other thing about the new moon is it's bringing an enormous amount of power to each soul on the planet, whether we know it or we don't know it. Whether you engage in a tradition of spirituality or you're just living a normal life, the new moon is really hitting everybody. And our purpose here is to harness that energy that's already flowing and amplify it in a super divine way to make sure that everybody gets a big blast of the divinity straight to their souls. Doing fire homa, fires are used in every major spiritual tradition going back to the beginning of time. And even in the celestial, the siddhas are always doing fires as well. Because the fire element transforms very quickly and it purifies very quickly. It's a rapid switch of anything negative to something very high positive. It's South Los Angeles, right in the middle of the city. The nature of the fire is that it's like the sun. It's like a microcosm of the sun, and we capture it in a fire pit so that we can interact directly with it in a safe way and bring the creation energy and all of the divine flavors and fragrances and threads of divinity that are in the sun's creation capacity into the fire to interact directly with them, to bring a massive blessing and a massive transformation and purification to everybody who's here and everybody watching online as well. Fire homas don't only affect who's there in person, as anybody we're thinking on from the fire homa, so it's a big healing vehicle as well. The saints use the fire like a television because they see the souls that they're connecting to through the fire, and the fire's nature is it can transmit anywhere quickly. So it's like the cosmic TV, reaching all the different people and all the different souls, even though we're sitting here in South LA with this fire. It's also, it purifies the atmosphere. Like a lot of people in various traditions are doing fires on the new moon and the full moon, worldwide, nationwide, whatever. So it's bringing all the, wow, it's really a wild new moon, isn't it? It's bringing a lot of purification, not only to the community where the fire is happening, but like adding a spark to the, the network of the planet, you could say, like lighting up the neural net, each one a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So I often like to think about all of my colleagues and friends who are also doing high divine fire homas on the new moon, and that we're all part of, some little tiny piece of helping elevate the atmosphere of the whole planet. So the fire itself is a mirror to each of us of our own soul. In the Vedic tradition, if you read the ancient scriptures, they will refer to the soul as a thumb-sized flame sitting at the heart. That's the nature of the soul. It's a very delicate, beautiful part of us. And when we're interacting with fire, it's feeding that inner flame. Like everything that we're putting in an external fire, it's coming back to our own inside fire, to our own inner flame, the soul. So there's this symbiotic relationship that happens with a divine fire like this. Then we're adding very high-powered mantras to bring specific forms of the divine into the fire to interact with them directly. Today it's Mother Divine Gayatri mantra. Gayatri is the primordial form of Mother. At the beginning of the creation. Man, we must be doing something right. There's like so much activity and sirens and stirring up the nature. Gayatri herself, she is the beginning of this creation, and she's deeply linked to the sun's energy. She's deeply linked to the four Vedas. She's deeply linked to the Satya, Dharma, Shanti, and Prema, the major flames or pillars of this spirituality that are burning eternally to help elevate all the souls on this planet and really bring massive enlightenment and high consciousness to everybody. So Gayatri, she's very special as the kind of original mother, you could say. And Gayatri herself, she's her mantra. I mean, whole books have been written about her mantra and what it means. What Swami Kaleshwar would say, his translation of Gayatri was smallness melting into largeness. It is 27 words, I believe, in the Gayatri mantra. And Swami Kaleshwar, he used to do this mantra process when he did fire homas here in California in the early 2000s, which he came pretty frequently in those days. And he did a lot of homa, especially up in Malibu. There'd be like 200-300 people per homa. It was really something. And generally speaking, he wanted everybody there to chant Gayatri and the HANUMAN mantra, which we'll also do today. For people at home, the mantras are in the description of the video. So whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, the mantras are actually there, so you can chant along with us. And for those who know Gayatri from different recordings on YouTube, the pronunciation in this tradition is a little bit different from what is out there in the standard, which is actually not correct. The pronunciation Om Buhr Bhuva, you will hear swaha a lot, like on different recordings and different this and that. No, suvaha, 3 separate distinct syllables. So we've written that very carefully in the text so that everybody can follow along. Om Buhr Bhuva Suvaha, and then the rest is like normal Gayatri. So I think that's it. We'll talk to the Mother Gayatri first. She's the right lady, the right divine force to really ask what it is you really want to create in your life, what really needs blessing,
prachodayat. Om bhura bhuva swaha. Is there sound now? Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om, okay. Buhr bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha. Tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi
dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuv swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nama prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo namah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Bhuva swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhurbhuvah swaha tas-savitur vareynyam bhargo devasya dhi-mahi dhi-yo-yo nah prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat. Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat.
Last time.
Om bhuva swaha, tas-savitur vareynyam, bhargo devasya dhi-mahi, dhi-yo-yo naha prachodayat.
Good. So we have some sponsors today. Sponsors means they paid extra to have their name or the name of a loved one read into the fire. And after each name, we say, "Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama." Why? Ma, the big, the big womb chakra source of everything that is Mother Divine, and Ma, each individual spark of that same source, goes straight to that soul. So, our sponsors today are Sri Kaleshwar's mother, Subhama Anupati.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Zachary Bennett and their family.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Neil Valamsatla.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Gail Rosenthal.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Paula Fava.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Suzanne, Carolyn, and Matthew Oberting.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Chelsea Jillian Gordon.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
George Brennan.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Roberta Falk.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Julie Forrest.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Kayla Whaley and her business, Enlightened Vibrations.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Christine Bednarik and her family.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
E and HR.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Matt Locker.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Carolyn Massoni.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Sherry McCoy.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Matthew Tso.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Michael Sullivan.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Ellen Todd Bueller.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Desiree Sterling and her family in Norway, Belgium, Spain, Guatemala, and U.S.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Alicia Campbell.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
J.E.B. Campbell.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
G.G. Campbell.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Ann Turner.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Marielle Turner.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Basilika Turner.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Dimitra Liko.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Yenny Liko.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Tina Turner.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Noah Katsa.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Mateo Katsa.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Afi Katsa.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
John Salati.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Andrea Eversberg.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Becky and Tom.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Michelle Farrell, Joe and Alfie Merritt.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Stephanie Catherine Dutta.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Quinn Ham, his family, and his business, American HVAC.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
In the mastery program, Todd Dombrowski.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Kelsey King.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Brenda Spencer.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
And Esther Teofanides.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For all the beautiful students in the Silver Mastery Program, may they have continued success.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
To the end of white supremacy in America.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For our brothers and sisters fighting the good fight in Ukraine, may they prevail.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For Volodymyr Zelensky and his family, they may stay safe and protected.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For the people of Gaza.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
And specifically the children of Gaza, and also the famine that's being man-made. You know, God tells us feed each other, take care of each other. Never is it written starve somebody, particularly deliberately. That needs to end, and also that Israel will find peace in the region, and there will be a ceasefire, and everybody can regroup and stop starving people.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
On the support of the divine feminine rising in the world, especially through all the women.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Santa Cruz County, all the heads of service agencies working brilliantly to produce great solutions to homelessness. May they continue to be successful.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For Atma Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
And so sorry, everybody at home. We had a lot of technical problems. We had no sound at the beginning for some reason, and it was hilarious because here in the new moon, there were sirens, there were copters, there were red alert testing on the cell phone systems.
there was sounds and noise and cacophony, and it was a righteous beginning of a new moon fire Homa. You always know you're doing something big when nature starts going bananas in response, and definitely she was going pretty bananas. So sorry. And then we lost the sound, and yeah, then we had to restart the cell phone to get the sound back. So sorry. Fortunately, the energy is still running no matter what, whether you can hear or you can't hear, whether you can see or you can't see. But thanks for hanging in with us. And speaking of bananas, let's talk about Hanuman, the monkey god. Yes, we have some bananas. So Hanuman. Oh, and somebody brought a beautiful Hanuman.
That's Ellen. He's watching her.
Is that Ellen's?
He's got his eye on Ellen.
He had to come today. He had to come today. Wow. So Hanuman, you know, he's a god and he's a monkey. How is that possible? In short, it's because he is a pure open heart. He's never guided by the mind of the monkey. He's never in that nature at all, which is a big heads up to all of us. If you want to bring your mind down, really down, it's good to do seva, selfless service. Go help somebody in serious need for nothing. No recompense, no anything. Not even the satisfaction of doing it, just do it. Then that's like Hanuman. Then you don't think on yourself. You know, when we're all so self-absorbed, even in spirituality, you know, it's easy to get very self-absorbed in our bliss and our high level. Oh, and I'm in this energy and these mantras. Hey, man, carry a bag for somebody. Feed a homeless person. Give some money to somebody who needs it. Go listen to old folks in the old folks' homes who are desperately lonely and dispossessed and really need the company, right? This is straight from the bosses. Why? Because you break 90% of your own illusions, your crazy structures, your ridiculous blocks and emotions and egoism and all of it by being of service. It's the biggest remedy for all of us. And Hanuman is that. That's the deal. And because he never thinks on himself, he becomes more powerful than his own master, Rama. Ram is the light. Hanuman, coming from the pure heart, only serving the light. I think you can see the esoteric structure in the human system, how these beings are operating in us. So Hanuman, he's so focused on how can I help that he forgets he has miracle abilities. They just spill out of him. Or somebody has to remind him, hey, Hanuman, you can do miraculous things to help save this terrible situation your master and his wife are in. And he's like, oh yeah, sure, I can fly through the air and go to Lanka and see if my master's wife Sita has been kidnapped by Ravanastra, the terrible demon who's been holding her for 12 years. Sure, because somebody reminded him he could do that. Otherwise, he doesn't even think about it because he doesn't think. Because there's no mind, it's only heart. So if you're feeling depressed, anxious, upset, overwhelmed, go to like a homeless center, go to a soup kitchen, go to a place where abused women are living, go to an old folks home and just help. Just listen, serve, be there, and watch what happens to your own mental health issues. I guarantee you they will drop. So on that note, be like Hanuman. Hanuman is also an enormous protector. As you can see by Ellen's beautiful Hanuman, he's depicted as a muscly, buff monkey wielding a huge weapon called the gada. In Sanskrit, gada is like a mace. He's no nonsense, and on the battlefield, he's really instrumental in killing one of the worst demons around, Ravanastra. He's an enormous protection. He will not tolerate negativity. How little negativity will he tolerate? Once upon a time, when I lived in Petapanda, India, actually, I didn't live there. Jonathan and I had been sent back to the U.S., and we were on the back and forth program to Petapanda. And on one of those back and forths, Swami Kaleshwar said to us, hey guys, why can't you attend all the early morning abhisheks with Baba? For a night owl, getting up at 4:30 in the morning and going to an early morning abhishek is kind of a torture. And we're like, okay, sure, yes. So we did our best, and we made almost every abhishek. And one of those mornings, as we're walking along at 4 a.m. in the dark, going toward the main Baba temple, there's Swami sitting in his swing. You couldn't see him. He was just blending into the shadows. Everybody's walking by, going to abhishek. Alex, Jonathan, come sit. So we sit by him at his seat at the swing. Everybody's filling in the temple, getting ready for the abhishek of Baba. And he asked me to massage his feet, which was a not uncommon occurrence. But it hadn't happened in some years. And so I'm like, wow, of course. So I take his little sandals off and I put them to the side. Well, what's on this side of the swing is a big, giant Hanuman statue. Those who've been in Pentecondo know this.
That one right there.
That big one, yeah, on the photo. And Swami said, no, don't put my shoes there. He won't tolerate any negativity. I was like, damn, the shoes of a saint even? He said, put them on the other side. Put them on the other side. Oh, that's how powerful Hanuman is. That's how little he will take any crap. And that's how he's such a big protector for all of us. And it's worth pointing out that around the Pentecondo ashram, there are no fewer than 9, some ancient, some modern, some in between, Hanuman temples to protect that whole area because it's so sacred and it's so high divine. So if you're feeling a little down and you feel like, I need extra support, you can chant this next mantra, the Hanuman mantra. Swami's other advice was if you need to decharge a lot of overwhelm or like a lot of negativity, a lot of big emotions, whatever, go in the shower and chant this mantra with the intention to release it all and watch what happens. The decharging is immense from this particular mantra. So it has a lot of flavors and purposes and uses. And the bottom line is it brings Hanuman. So the mantra, Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya, Swaha. Swaha means I offer. And he's the right character to offer your negativity to. All the crap that's in you that you just are so sick of. You know, maybe you have a lot of unworthiness. Maybe you had a lot of egoism and arrogance. Maybe you're just really jealous of everybody all the time. Maybe you're really feeling FOMO, you know. I'm so left out, everybody else gets it, I don't get it. Poor me, poor me. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you're sad. You know, we're all trying to come up in the consciousness. We're all trying to achieve a higher level of awareness and divine capability in this planet. How can you do that? Like, how can a hot air balloon go up when there are all these bags and pounds of weight of blocks? Hint, it's not possible. So we need to dissolve those. We need to offer that into the fire. Give it to Hanuman. Let him change it up. Make it divine and throw it back to his high divine energy so that you have more of a chance to become who you really are. Be like Hanuman. Yay. So ends my lecture, and let's talk to the monkey god. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. And again, for people at home, the text is in the description of the video. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha.
Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hari Markatta, Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hreem Markatta 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 Markattaya Swaha.
Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha.
Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha. Last time. Om Hreem Hri Markatta Markattaya Swaha.
So. So we're going to pass around the offering bowl. Everybody here has flowers and incense. Everybody up. The flowers and incense is our offering to the gods through the whole fire home, and all our prayers and wishes go into it. So you offer it with the right hand on the tray, and then you touch the coconut with your right hand. And you have flower and incense. Put them up first, and then that'll make it easy. And then everything will go in one giant offering. The final blow. Good. So everybody up. And our sponsors one more time. We'll read the whole list, and then everybody will do a big Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama into the fire. Everything goes. They are Sri Kaleshwar's mother, Subhama Anupati, Zachary Bennett and their family, Neil Valam-Sepla, Gail Rosenthal, Paula Fava, Suzanne, Carolyn, and Matthew Oberting, Chelsea Gillian Gordon, George Brennan, Roberta Falk, Julie Forrest, Kayla Whaley and her business Enlightened Vibrations, Christine Bednarik and her family, E and HR, Matt Loughlin, Carolyn Massoni, Sherry McCoy, Matt Sook, Michael Sullivan, Ellen Todd Bueller, Desiree Sterling and her family in Norway, Belgium, Spain, Guatemala, and the U.S., Alicia Campbell, J.E.B. Campbell, G.G. Campbell, Ann Turner, Marinella Tona, Vasilika Tona, Dimitra Liko, Yanni Liko, Latina Tona, Noah Katza, Mateo Katza, Afi Katza, John Salati, Andrea Eversberg, Becky and Tom, Michelle Farrell, Joe and Alfie Merritt, Stephanie Clifford. Regular sponsors, Stefan and Catherine Dada. Thank you very much. Quinn Ham, his family, and his business American HVAC. In the mastery program, Todd Dombrowski, Kelsey King, Brenda Spencer, Esther Theophanides, and everybody in the silver mastery program that they have continued success. For the end of white supremacy in America, for our brothers and sisters fighting the good fight in Ukraine, and Volodymyr Zelensky and his family, that they may stay safe and protected, Slava Ukraini. For the children and the people of Gaza, for the people of Israel, that there may be peace in the region and a ceasefire. In support of the divine feminine rise in the world, especially through the women everywhere. In Santa Cruz County, the heads of all the service agencies working together to promote brilliant solutions to homelessness. To Ottmar Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace. Tomasz Denzel, Kaleshwar Publishing, Navya Sri Sai, Silpa, and Pinaconda, that they may flourish. For Sai centers of this kind of divine healing and knowledge and energy worldwide, may they flourish. And finally, for our folks here in Los Angeles experiencing homelessness, and for our veterans here in Los Angeles, as well as everybody who's homeless nationally, and for our veterans nationally, that they may receive the kind of care, nourishment, shelter, services, and just really love that they richly deserve. And for all of this, we say, Oh, Mama. small groups of people coming around the fire, making prachodayat, like in groups of 4 or 5. What that means is you're using your physical form to carry your soul around to seal in the final blessing of the fire. For those at home, you can simply turn around to your right 3 times. You'll do the same thing and get the final blessings. So thank you all for being here. We will see you all online next time in 2 weeks for the full moon fire Homa. Woohoo! Hopefully we'll have fewer technical crazy difficulties. And thanks again for hanging in with us and enjoy the energy. Happy New Moon.